Hey, I'm Anthony with the Outwork Agency, and this is Elevated Minutes, where we provide actionable strategies and insights to your leadership problems. Today, we're talking about a critical part of leadership, and that is how to hold employees accountable. I'm pretty sure many have been waiting for this one. Accountability is essential in leadership, and there are a few key things you need to keep in mind when thinking of holding your team accountable. First off, don't kick a can down the road. That's what I really want to start this conversation off with. When you notice performance issues, the worst thing you can do is delay in addressing them. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to fix, and all it does is set an example that underperformance is tolerated within the company. So move fast and tackle it head on. Next up, let's talk about setting clear expectations. You can't hold someone accountable if you haven't clearly communicated what's expected of them. There's no beating around the bush here. That's on us as leaders. If you're not crystal clear about what you expect, the employee can't be blamed for falling short. I see this happen all the time when things backfire in the end, and managers and leaders are saying that they've told them what the expectations are and they actually didn't. So make sure expectations are laid out from the start, and then if they're not met, that's when accountability can come into play. Now, if the expectations were clear and you're still dealing with insubordination or performance issues, let's follow a step-by-step process. Here's a simple method that can work. First up, have a conversation with the individual. There's a lot that can come from a simple conversation. Sit down with the employee, chat with them, and relay those expectations again. Take ownership where needed, especially if there was any miscommunication on your part. This is a chance to clear the air and ensure both of you are aligned moving forward. Number two, if the problem persists, issue a verbal warning. Obviously, companies follow different performance management structures, so align with what works best with your company. But verbal warning works well. During this conversation, once again, relay your expectations and get a clear confirmation from them that they understand. Make sure this is also documented in a coaching log and with a signature on the document in review. Number three, if things still don't improve, that's when a written warning comes into play. Outline the expectations once more. Make it clear that this is a formal step and let them know what the consequences are moving forward, which might lead to a final warning or even termination if nothing changes. At every step of this process, the key is to be clear, concise, and aligned on the next steps. There should be no ambiguity about what's expected and the consequences of not meeting those expectations. Remember, accountability sessions are not personal. They are strictly about addressing behaviors and performance. In the bigger picture, as their leader, you want them to come out on the other side with a positive transformation forward. It should be a win-win. Keep the focus on the actions and results, not on the individual, so you can ensure the conversation remains professional and constructive. This keeps the tone neutral and helps the employee understand that it's about improving their performance and not a personal attack. Look, I get it. Holding people accountable can feel uncomfortable, but by approaching with clarity and empathy and the care that you invested in that employee throughout their development, you're setting your team up for success and ensuring everyone is on the same page. Look, it's tough, but in the long run, it helps create a culture of responsibility and trust throughout the company. I'm Anthony, and this has been Elevated Minutes. Keep elevating your leadership, and I'll catch you next time.